Good morning, Wasatch students. We as your counselors here at school have an important subject to share and discuss with you this morning. We would actually prefer to be in the classroom personally, but since there are only two of us, we are pre-recording this message to be broadcast to the entire school. Again, the subject we want to discuss is very important. We are encouraging you to watch and listen carefully, as this subject could affect you or a family member or a friend somewhere down the road. It is a requirement in our district to teach and discuss the subject of suicide prevention with the entire school. The social workers in our district have put together some videos and tools to share with you that will teach you the basics of what you need to know about this subject. You will learn warning signs of suicidal intent, how to respond, and how and where to get help for friends who exhibit these signs. You will also learn how to access help for yourself if you are experiencing suicidal thoughts. Now, we realize that this is a touchy subject. If this is something that will make you feel uncomfortable, please excuse yourself from your classroom and go to the main office at this time. We will begin with a 16-minute video entitled, "Keep Holding On, It's Worth the Climb." Following that, there is a 3-minute video entitled, "Stand Up, Stand Strong." After that, Mrs. Sherwood will talk to you for a minute. Thank you.
We all have trials in life, disappointments, painful experiences, feeling like we don't belong. But we keep picking ourselves up, taking it one day at a time. And we know things will get better, and things do get better.
So, what if you have a friend who feels like things will never get better? And they talk about having thoughts of suicide or talk about wanting to kill themselves. What can you do to help?
If your friend mentions suicide or self-harm, take them seriously. If you believe that they're in danger, call 911 or the Poison Control Center immediately. Your friend's life is more important than their privacy. Wellcasters, have you ever had someone just want to end it all? Permanently? It's never easy to think about or hear. Yes, life can get so complicated and overwhelming, it's hard to even imagine that things would ever get better again. But most people bounce back. Fortunately, some don't. Suicide is a tragedy that affects everyone, and it's one of the leading causes of death for people 24 and younger. Here's what to do if you suspect a friend might be having thoughts of suicide. Tip 1. Learn to recognize dangerous signs. Has your friend talked about feeling hopeless or anxious? Have you noticed a change in your friend's behavior, acting withdrawn, sleeping less, sleeping a lot more? Maybe they're abusing alcohol or drugs. Maybe your friends even talked about hurting themselves, or worse, wanting to die. For a complete checklist of suspect behaviors, pause and print out our worksheet. Tip 2. Initiate dialogue in a non-judgmental way. Sit your friend down in a comfortable or familiar environment where the two of you can talk privately and freely. Start by telling your friend how much you care about them, but some of their behaviors concern you. Refer to our worksheet for ideas on how this conversation might flow. If you determine that your friend is in danger and that they need help immediately, please call 911. Household items like pills or razor blades, they quickly become lethal weapons in the hands of a suicidal person. Tip 3. React quickly. If your friend does confide in you thoughts of suicide, be compassionate, make it known that you will listen. Don't aim to change their mind, start an argument, people who attempt suicide don't actually want to die. They just want their suffering to end, and suicide seems like the only avenue. Engage in conversation with your friend. Find out what's hurting them. Tip 4. Shift the focus from sources of pain to resources for treatment. Depression, anxiety, and other mood disorders are often present in the suicidal. Many of these illnesses can be diagnosed and treated. Encourage your friend to seek help and offer to work with them to locate a mental health professional or clinic. We strongly recommend looping their family members into this process. Tip 5. Lastly, stay connected, even after your friend has sought help and seems to be on the path to healing. Encourage other friends, roommates, and family members to check in on your friend during this vulnerable time. This is an especially important step, since many suicides occur in a period of apparent improvement. Listen, this video is a starting point. Please do your own independent research to identify more resources. But here are a few we recommend. You can save a life just by reaching out to someone who's in need.
Learn to recognize dangerous signs like
Mood swings.
changes in appearance, personality, eating habits, or sleeping patterns.
Your friend seems really mad, sad, stressed, hopeless, ashamed, guilty, or like there's no purpose in life.
They don't want to hang out, or they isolate from friends and family.
Your friend shows risky, bizarre, or even violent behaviors.
They aren't interested in their favorite activities.
They are thinking, writing, drawing, or talking about suicide, death, giving up, or going away.
They give away their belongings.
If you see these signs, take them seriously. Initiate dialogue in a non-judgmental way.
Tell them you care.
Ask, "Are you okay?"
Ask, is something going on you can share with me?
Ask, "Are you thinking about hurting yourself?"
React with feeling.
Say, "I'm concerned about you."
Say, thanks for sharing with me.
Say, "I care about you."
Say, I want to help you. Shift the focus from sources of pain to resources for treatment.
Say, "Let's find someone who can help."
Support them in talking to someone.
It's okay to get help, even if a friend seems mad.
This is not a secret you should keep.
Who do you tell?
Your parents,
A school counselor?
their parents,
The school officer?
a teacher,
The principal?
a coach.
A trusted adult?
So, what if it's you who is feeling suicidal?
What should you do?
First of all, if you're having thoughts of suicide, please call the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline at 1-800-273-TALK. Do it immediately. A counselor at a nearby crisis center will be on the other end to speak with you about services in your area. And don't stress, the call is confidential and it's free. Hey, Wellcasters. Realize your worth. We here at Wellcast want you to remember that you are valued and appreciated more than you know. You've impacted so many people. Your family, your friends, members in your community. Over the course of your whole life, it adds up, even if it doesn't feel like it. You would be deeply missed by your loved ones who'd have to cope with your permanent absence and who would miss you and grieve for you forever. Seek support. Start by channeling your emotions into a song, a poem, a diary entry, to give voice to your feelings and help you further understand them. Then, share what you've come up with someone you trust, a neighbor, a best friend, a cousin, even a counselor. Face the fear. You might have been having suicidal thoughts for some time, or maybe they've only recently snuck up on you. Certain people or events might trigger dark thoughts. Bullying, abuse, the death of a loved one. It's totally normal to feel sadness from painful experiences like these. But it's not healthy to spiral into a suicidal mindset and believe that death is the only solution to ending this pain. In fact, your belief that suicide is the only way out might be linked to something else. Depression, bipolar disorder, anxiety, or schizophrenia are often present in the suicidal, in almost 90% of those who end their own lives. Like a disease, at work in your own body, these mental illnesses are diagnosable and treatable. Just because the symptoms aren't visible doesn't mean a real disease isn't present. And understanding the influence of a pre-existing condition will help lift you out of the space where suicidal thoughts fester. The bad news is, you and thousands of others are deeply suffering. The great news is, there is hope. Seek help. Suicidal thoughts aren't treatable, but the illnesses associated with them certainly are. There are many different ways that you can silence those internal voices without permanently silencing yourself. Check out all these incredible resources we have for you. Many clinics and counseling centers provide confidential support and even offer affordable resources or medication if that's what you need. If you don't find a counselor you like at first, it's okay to keep looking. Counseling comes in many different shapes and sizes. Group counseling, over-the-phone counseling, or one-on-one. Find out what works best for you. We hope this episode of Wellcast was a comfortable first step on your journey. Remember to please continue to take care of yourself. This might be a lifelong process, and that's okay. Life is hard, but you don't have to bear it alone. We'll see you soon.
Seek support.
Call the confidential and free hotline 1-800-273-TALK.
If texting is your thing, text a trained crisis counselor about anything that's on your mind. Text START to 741-741. Free, 24/7, confidential.
Recall this number and they will arrange to meet with you in person.
Download the Safe UT app to chat, talk, or make a report.
Remember, it's okay to ask for help.
Realize your worth.
There will only ever be one of you in the world.
You are valued more than you know.
You have made an impact on so many people.
Your unique contributions add up over time.
You would be deeply missed.
Know yourself and the people who can help.
Journal, sing, draw, or find a way to channel your feelings to better understand yourself.
Make a safety plan to be aware of your warning signs and the coping strategies that work for you.
Find the people you trust and reach out for help.
Not sure who to reach out to? Here are some ideas.
Your parents,
A school counselor,
a neighbor,
the school officer,
a teacher,
the principal,
a coach.
a trusted adult.
Use the Suicide Safety Plan app to keep a list of your people and your safety plan handy.
Care for yourself.
Remember, you're not in this alone.
Reach out for support.
It's okay to search for a counselor that fits your style.
Follow your doctor's orders.
Note to self,
You are allowed to scream.
you're allowed to cry.
You are not allowed to give up.
Remember, it will get better.
Just breathe.
Reach out for help.
Know that you are cared about.
When you try your best but you don't succeed. When you get what you want but not what you need. When you feel so tired but you can't sleep. Stuck in reverse. And the tears come streaming down your face. When you lose something you can't replace. When you love someone but it goes to waste. Could it be worse? Lights will guide you home and ignite your bones, and I will try to fix you. Lights will guide you home and ignite your bones, and I will try to fix you.
Through my brown eyes I see a world, but only see the brown. I see the mud, the rocks, the building tops, I see everything around. Through my green eyes I see a world, but only see the green. I see the grass, the trees, the rolling fields, I see all that's to be seen. Through my blue eyes I see a world, but only see the blue. I see the sea, the sky, the birds that fly, I see all that is on view. Through my eyes I see all your worlds, and all the things you do. I see the rocks, the trees, the seas, I see brown and green and blue. See, the things you see are all so great, but it's best to see them all. And seeing your worlds through my eyes makes my world much less small.
Wasatch students, you have the power to influence each other, to treat others with respect, and be a friend to those around you. Be kind to each other, include each other, reach out to each other. Recently, we have heard of students telling other students to go kill themselves. This is an incredibly insensitive thing to say, and it will not be tolerated. None of us have any idea what the other is going through, and saying such a thing is unacceptable. Please be aware that we take all threats of suicide seriously and that each threat will be investigated thoroughly. If you are a person who tells others that you're going to kill yourself just to be dramatic, stop this behavior immediately. There are other ways of expressing yourself that are much more appropriate. Suicide is a very serious issue and not to be taken lightly. Lastly, students, we want you to know that we care about each of you. There are many trusted adults in this building that you can reach out to get help for yourself or for a friend. We will be there to help you get the help that you need. Please reach out to someone if you need help. We are here for all of you and we care about all of you. Now the teachers are going to spend a few minutes with you discussing what we have learned today. Thank you.